welcome to Colouring with Colourful Crafts. I'm sorry I haven't been around very much recently. I've just been getting over a bout of COVID, and I'm also planning a wedding, so it's been a bit of a hectic few weeks with that. But I thought I would come on and give you a brief glimpse of what I have been doing recently. I've kind of gone away from the colouring and more toward the journaling. I bought this particular journal of mine on Papier on the shop for about £24 I think it was, which is quite expensive. It might have been £20 actually, but anyway, it's quite an expensive book. But I've just decided, you know what, I never buy myself anything like this that's really expensive, so I decided to go with it. I put my own, you can print your own title on the front, so I did that, OCD thinker, and then open it up. Here we go. I'll give you a very quick glance at what I've been doing. There's the little minion contents, and then the little chef here, waiter, with use your cells or eat brains. That was off a piece of soap, but I've kind of cut it up and made it into a little face. Next one, an old card I had, seemed to match this aside, so I thought, right, I'll stick them together. Then I found a lovely bit of soap wrapper with little ducks on, so I stuck that down with this tape, which wouldn't stick. I mean, I've tried to, oh my god, this washi tape that I use with the hearts on, I don't know if anyone's actually got this particular one, probably not, but anyway, it does not stick. So you have to basically go in, at least I do, with either the Yoo-Hoo glue or super glue and actually set it in place, because it won't stick otherwise, and it drives me insane. So then I put, think, if you are tape and you don't stick, then you ain't a duck. Quack quack, like duct tape, because that's really sticky in the ducks. I don't know, I just thought that was funny. My next page is this, which is about gardens and flowers, and here it says garden secret. Flip it over, and then shush, I love all flowers, especially roses, sunflowers, daisies, cornflowers and violets. I also love Parma Violet Sweets. And here I've stuck an old wrapper I had from Parma Violet Sweet recently with little another bit of washi tape for bags and balloons. And I also cut this out of a magazine. He's a gold elf or gnome. No, I'm always getting confused between which is an elf and which is a gnome. Anyway, he's one of the two. A garden gnome, I think. And he's gold, and it just made me laugh. This page, again, is how to make you happy. More things that just kind of look good together. And then I had this card left over from when I've had I don't actually have it on at the moment. It's a bracelet of mine, an Epilepsy Warrior bracelet. So when it came in the post, they give you these little cards with it. So I thought I'd stick that on there. And then at the back of it, I put, if stress was measured as height, I'd be as tall as Everest. If bad luck was... So, excuse me, I'm still bunged up. If bad luck was 1, I'd be living like a rock star. My boots made from gold. I may be the silent one, but underneath my silence is noise. Just put that on, which pretty much sums me up. And this is this is Our Neck of the Woods, and I just thought, oh, what a lovely quote. So then I stuck a hare, some flowers, a nice cup of coffee, little bird, cat. Went with it here as well. Nice little things stuck around. A nice little card I bought off a seller on Etsy. And then I wrote inside, Virgos are very private people. If they let you into their lives, you should feel flattered. So, if I let you into my life, you should be all very flattered there. And then finally, there's this one. This is a quote that I found and fell in love with. Losing faith in humanity, one person at a time. The because right now I feel like I am losing faith in humanity for various reasons. The other day I was walking down, I'm not sure if anyone's interested, but sorry, excuse me while I just take a drink. I'm sorry, my throat's all... I'm still getting over COVID, so it's all a bit bunged up. I can't seem to get my words out as well. Sorry about that. I was taking a walk along my street one day, and I saw this little ginger cat, and it was on the side of the street all by itself and kind of meowing as if it was in a lot of pain. And it looked really, really, really unhappy, really bony, really skinny. I don't know, and people were just like, round here, people just walk past blindly. They don't care. Nobody cares. Like, there's a poor little cat, a poor animal, and people just walk by. It's like, if that was a child, you would stop. Why is it different? Because it's an animal. What gives you the right to carry... Oh, don't even get me started. It makes me so angry. So this is what inspired this page. And then also here... Oh, and if you're wondering, the cat... I gave him some biscuits and a bit of food and water, but other than that I couldn't really do anything for him because we've got our own cat, and it would have meant it would just be too complicated. So I had to leave him, and I felt awful. So wherever he is, I hope that he's okay, but I don't know. I really don't. I felt so sad about that. It really inspired me to do this. And then this is a little envelope I've stuck inside with a few things that have been sent to me from the animal places I also support. This one says thank you for your support, and then this one is also one from PDSA as well. Let's see my address on that. Yep, so there's that one. And then, yeah, so that's what that's about, really. I'm still trying to get into the idea of using these junk journal type things, but I've seen so many other YouTube creators doing them. It just felt so inspiring that I really wanted to give it a go myself. This is as far as I've got anyway, so I hope that was interesting enough for you anyway, because sometimes I find them just really nice to sit and relax and watch other people talk about theirs. The next, let me just put that over there, the next one I have to show you is 365 Days of Art. Another, this is another book I found when browsing through a lot of YouTube videos. Creatively, there were quite a few that kind of have different type creativity books, and this one really appealed to me, and it was reviewed, and it looked really good, so I thought, well, since I'm ill, I shall go in and order it and have a go. So I've marked off the pages that I've done so far. I haven't really done them in order, and I haven't stuck to... I think the idea with it is to do one a day for a year, but because my year is going to be a bit hectic, I can't really stick to just one page a day. So I kind of do them here and there, which ones appeal to me at that time. Although I did attempt to do it. It didn't last long. Okay, that's just about the medium. So I thought I'd give you a brief look into what I've done here. This is Create a Pattern, which I did out of markers. Then these were splodges already there, Create Some Animals. And this was a page, a view from my window, basically out of my bedroom window across onto the other properties of houses around here. And there's one here, one at the back, and a little fence. I need to really make that a bit brighter, but you can't really see that, but it's my drawing skills are terrible. And then I did another page, full swatches of colour. I've only got that far so far. Oh well. Colour in the fruits, but try not to use the correct colours. Try and use something different. So I've gone for completely different things. I'm very neon-y. I'm quite happy with that. I'm really proud of the banana. This one was complete skill of fish, so I did that and added a few of my own fish, and then I just couldn't be bothered to do any more, and I didn't really like the way my fish were coming out at all. I mean, look at that, what the hell is that? Anyway, so I decided to stop, and I drew in a big fish hook down there, and a fish going, whoa, there's a fish hook, I'm going to get caught on a fish hook. My next one is draw someone you know from memory. Well, personally, I don't know him, but I do know him from memory and would very much like to know him, but if I could. This is my sketch of, I don't know whether it's Liam or Noel, I can't decide which, but I found a little prompt online with the outline already done for you, kind of shape of Noel and Liam. So I did my own version of it, and it kind of worked out okay actually. I'm quite proud of this one, considering how absolutely rubbish my next ones are. I'm not meaning to put you off the video, keep watching. Draw a collection of vegetables, so I did all these. This one was started out as a strawberry, it didn't work out, so I tried to turn it into a dragon fruit, and again it didn't really work out. Moving on. This was continue to add details to the feathers and leaves using line. It's a bit difficult, but I carried on with it, and I've kind of quite pleased with the results of that one. This one was to experiment with different materials and discover what you like, and then I decided to use a pencil crayon as instructed here, and I did all these markings, including this nice little sunrise design, and then I've had to stick it over with sellotape, because if you know what crayons can be like, they do have a tendency to smudge on anything and everything that they touch. It's absolutely drives me insane. Oh, and then it gets in your fingers, and then it gets on your bed sheets, and then it's just awful. So I've had to cover it up to protect it from getting on that page and on my other stuff, or else it will be nothing short of a nuisance, which is probably why I don't use them a lot. And this one was, excuse me, to practice drawing the features and faces. I did a woman here with a little ponytail, a girl here with hair buns trying to be a clown, except for it went a bit wrong, another lady here with blue hair, another lady here, flowers in her hair, an attempt at drawing Elvis Presley, if you didn't know who that was, pretty bad attempt, and then just a guy with a little moustache and beard. The next page is to add leaves and fruit to the branches of the trees. I've done that by adding the pears and the leaves, thought it looked okay. This one, add to the white circles to create colour combinations, which I've done, and now it all just looks a complete muddle up. But if you can, I think the idea is you're meant to just focus on one section and put the colours in that you like together, but in the end it doesn't really matter, because it all looks like a big spotted jumble sale of whatever you want to call them, little dots or smarties or whatever. This one was to fill the texture with flowers. I went over in some, as I say, I was in bed, so I only really had access to like biros or pens, like cheaper pens, so I did that. Find a pattern that inspires you, cut this out with something that was sent to me, and it came with this paper, and I absolutely love the paper. It's got cats on, little pink cats. And then this is a calligraphy page, which I'm wanting to try and get into, and I tried to do that. It really didn't work out. It looks an absolute mess. Most things I do end up looking like a mess. This one is to try to fill the page with loops, which I've done. This one is to colour in the fish. That fish came out quite good. I think my favourite is this one. Quite proud of that fish. This one I haven't done, that's yet to be completed. This one was to add fairy lights, and I decided I okay, I'll do that. Couldn't really come up with enough ideas. Did a mushroom, did a little chili pepper, and then I decided, oh, I know, I'll add a few moths and I'll do some fishes. Almost like there's little fishes hanging, like a little fish. You know, like from fishing lines. I thought that was really cool. If only I'd thought of that in the beginning instead of toward the end of doing it, it would have looked much better, but oh well. These I haven't got around to doing, filling in the blank spaces. And these are squares which you're meant to put your own ideas on. Flowers, I turn it into a sugar cube, some kind of octopussy pie tail thing going on. This one, again, there's quite a lot of these pages I haven't got round to, but then some of them I have. The t-shirts are obviously designs from album covers or of artists. I'll leave you to work out which is which and which is meant to be. And if you do know, then you can always leave in the comments below. Not that I believe many of you will probably want to do, but if you can be bothered, then you know what you can do. This is some more pages incomplete. This one wants to fill in a page of stars in any style, so I've kind of pretty much gone for every style I could possibly think of. So there you go. More calligraphy things haven't done. This one, again, continued the pattern, so I kind of mixed it up a bit in colours, continued it on. Blank one. Again, quite a few blank pages. This one was to, oh, these got muddled up. This one is actually 39 and that one's actually 40. But basically, I was trying to draw some butterflies and then flowers and kind of merge them together, and that's what I ended up doing. And now you don't know what the butterfly is, where the other butterfly is, and where the flower begins. So that's why you don't try and do things if you're not artistically talented, but I'd like to think you are. This one is draw a flock of birds. So basically they obviously start a few for you and then you add your own, just a simple not felt tips, what are they called? Viros, different colours, but it works very nicely, very simple. This was Conversations. Now I have, as you know, Animal Crossing, and I was on it one day while I was in bed, and the conversation I overheard, as you can on the game, the conversations that your neighbours have with each other, and this was one of mine. Hey Mallory. Hey Mallory, have I got a question for you? Check this out, Eats. If you could be me for the day, what would you do? And then the answer, I'd get up on stage and sing a song, because Mallory, I've always called Mallory he, but it's actually a she. But anyway, he's always singing and just driving me mad. They sing on that game and they make such a loving noise. Is it just me? But they, oh my goodness me, my villagers, when they start to sing, it's such an awful noise. It's like a door squeaking. It's awful, absolutely awful. Don't know if that's meant to be the idea, but oof, God. More pages I haven't, as I say, I haven't done all of these. I'll give you a quick list of the ones I have done. Again, this was to do merge like colours that look good together. I started it, I went wrong, so I put COVID okay because I had COVID at that time and I felt absolutely rubbish. And then I did that in green for funky, that in pink for playful, and then that turned into an absolute mess. I tried to go over it with watercolours, didn't work, so I just put mood none. I'm trying to hurry this up a bit now. Let's see. Then there was to decorate the Dalip horses, which I've done here. Included one that's a zebra with I be zebra. He's decided to be a zebra, so he's being a zebra. What else have we got? A little page of the bees there. Bees with different, one carrying a flower, one with little hearts, one with little triangles, all sorts going on. Then I've got some draw clouds, so I've did a few clouds trying to like do the sunset approach to it, but they didn't really work out very well. I'm not that happy with that. But. Another fill the tree with birds, so turn all the splodges that were already there into little birds, which I've done. There's a peacock and a and then a tweet, lots of small thing of little birds, and then an egg with "I'm coming out," because I thought that was just very funny, but that's very, very silly as well. Now let's see, more pages somewhere. This one of some old mill type houses. It was actually meant to be a city, like city skyline, because I live in a city, but it actually ended up looking more like old mills. So I thought, well, I'll make it into a Lowry inspired. If you're Yorkshire, you know what I mean by Lowry. A Lowry inspired illustration. So I put here, Lowry, eat your art out, and turned it into a very, very industrial looking building with a pigeon. This one, eyes, draw lots of eyes. Can't draw eyes, so I just did them as cartoons. This one uses page to draw some skies, so different types of skies you can put into it. I love this bottom one. This one was some strawberries, basically try different mediums on them, so I did washi tape, materials, nail polish, pens, crayon, pencils, and then those neon markers, I think they are. Oh, and then another little cutting out from a magazine. Lots of different things going on there. This one, draw some simple shapes with my left hand, I think it was. I got a Christmas tree, a heart, a moon, a circle. It's meant to be a circle, it looks nothing like a circle. A flower, a triangle, and a star, which doesn't look anything like a star. Well, that's with my left hand. Okay, not always that bad. And then I draw a page, fill a page with things like pink. Obviously, little pig. Love me, not my body, because I shouldn't be eating bacon. Come on, guys. This is modern world now. Don't eat bacon. Poor little pigs have to suffer. Lots of different things are there. Then going on, obviously just a very quick thing where you can put colours that look good together, a bit like the page with the little blobs. They look good. Next page, this one was to fill and colour in with the shapes with colour. So I went for green because green is one of my favourite colours, and decided to fill it like that, and that's kind of the result. It didn't. The pens don't seem to react very well to this paper. I will say that this book doesn't have very good paper for using, like cheap Crayola pens on it. They seem to be a bit. It leaves a lot of marks. You know, when you're putting the pen on. Leaves a lot of marks, so it's not the best for that. That's just one thing I will say about it, but that doesn't matter. And this one was leaves to copy from that page onto this, which I tried and I failed. I couldn't get this leaf, if you can see this properly. I am sorry if the camera is wobbling a lot because it's just attached to my desk. It's not in a very good place, but I couldn't fit this one on that page when I started to do my leaves, so I've only managed to get the other ones on in a completely different order. But anyway, there you go. And then I messed up with this one, so I had to do some patterns over it. And then I've laminated it so that it protects from transfer of colour. Well, so that would be good to do. That's it. Got some more to show you. This is about how to shade oranges, like using lights but in different ways, like with watercolours, dots, pencil, that kind of thing. Not brilliant, but again, more splodges I added to this page myself. Turn them into a mouse, turn them into a man with long hair. And then this splodge I was looking at for absolutely the longest time ever. Could not think of what to do it as, and then suddenly it came to me and I thought, oh, Darth Vader. It just looked like Darth Vader, so I made it into Darth Vader. That's why it looks weird. And then that's Squidward from SpongeBob. I don't know where my imagination comes from. This one was just to experiment with different markings, so like old sweet packets and wrappers and all that stuff. And then a girl going, what the hell have you actually done to that page? It's an absolute disaster. Going on, that one you had to do in your favourite colour, so I did purple, one of your favourite colours anyway. But I didn't have access to a lot of green paint, so I ended up doing it in purple, which is another of my favourites. And then this was to draw the things you ate today from memory. And I always start off with a coffee in the morning and a biscuit with some good bio live yogurt. This page, to create an image in the grid, an abstract scene, a shape. So I've just done this. It reminds me of the old 80s TV. TV. I don't know what you'd call it. You know when it used to come on to, well, if you're not old enough, you won't remember. But they used to come on in the 80s TV, like with the little girl and the rabbit on, and that on the background. I think it was a rabbit. It just reminded me of that. So that's how I kind of did it. A bit 80s colours and retro. There are more coming. And this one was to do this page with everything green you can think of, so I went absolutely crazy and did everything green I could think of. I got quite far with that one. I did a lot more for this, but I think that's just because I love the colour green so much. I went a bit crazy, and I even put a caterpillar. Continuing on, as I say, yeah, some of these haven't been actually completed. This one was to turn these into vases, so I've turned them all into vases and named some of them I could. Zest vase or something. Oval gene, because it's an oval and it looks a bit like an oval gene. Anyway. Other ones, Oriental, Centerville, Vineapple. What have we got? And just different daft ideas. Put them there. This one here I did today, which was to choose an object, draw one with your left hand and one with your right hand. Draw the same object, sorry, one with your left and kind of combine it. So I did here a kettle and a tea bag. So I know it said one, but I put two. This one was to fill the old tree with autumn leaves, which I've done using a combination of pencils and markers, and then I also added my own squirrel running up the tree. This one, what did you love to draw when you were a child? I like to draw trees and those little boxes that you could connect. My dad started me off on that, and once he started me off on drawing them, oh my god, I couldn't stop doing it. And then the S's, which were so 90s. What else have we got here? Another big page with lots of fruit that you were meant to put in different colours and make it look very jazzy, which I've done. Trying to hurry up now a bit. This one is of a lady. It's actually meant to be a fan, coloured in like a fan. But then when I looked at it, I could only see this lady, like Spanish flamenco dancer. So I decided, if you can see very well, to make that the top of her dress, and then do a big skirt coming out with lots of flowers and Spanish patterns. And I think it works out okay. Those are her arms, by the way. Those little funny chunky triangle shapes, because I can't draw arms or fingers, so it made sense. And then the shoes at the end. Another page just to do patterns for your favourite pieces of art. So I've done that, like abstract art with flowers and different all sorts. It doesn't really make sense, but more calligraphy work to do if you want. This one I think was to add in the sky and the beach, this page, which I've done, but I haven't really added anything else because, like I say, people and figure drawing, no, not the best thing I can draw. This one was an orange, create a page of orange things. I did a crab, butterfly, pineapple, pumpkin, marmalade, all sorts of different things, tiger. I was quite happy with that there, that was good. Moving on, we have, I think that's it. Oh, actually I think that is the end. Yeah, that's the end. I haven't done any more. But I just thought I'd share that with you because I find it interesting to watch the people do these type of videos, and thought, you know, other people might find it interesting to watch mine. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I shall try to be back more often with more updates about what I've been colouring in this, what I've been doing in my other journals, all of that kind of thing. And if you liked this video, then please thumbs up and leave me a comment below and tell me which of those t-shirts you think I've based the ideas off. You can see them again. These t-shirts, there we are. There we are, these ones. So which album covers have I used and which artists have I used to base t-shirts off? That's your question. So keep happy, and I shall be back hopefully within the next month or so, or maybe before. Bye.